Hi guys, it's me. I'm back again, and I know what you're gonna say. I haven't been uploading that much on my YouTube channel lately, and I do recognize that, and I do realize, not a lot of new videos has been uploaded recently, but I'm gonna be uploading this one, and this one is gonna be a serious video of what's gonna happen in the UK next year in spring. And that is the under 16 social media ban that Keir Starmer wants to put in place for kids under 16. So let's get to the details here. So I'm pretty sure all of you guys that live in the UK, all of you will know that, Keir Starmer wants to ban social media for under 16s and wants that to happen next year in spring 2027. Now, the problem is that, for me personally, like I said, I don't upload that much on my YouTube channel, but me myself, I am heavily against the under 16 social media ban for several reasons. But I mean, first of all, number one reason why I am heavily against this is because, not only will this impact kids under 16 from social media, it will essentially impact everyone else regardless of age. We will have to submit ID in, we will have to verify our age, we'll have to, do biometric checks, just so the government knows that we're older than the age of 15, just so that the government knows we are 16 or older. And this is one of the reasons why I'm so heavily against this. What this is what I mean. I'm mixing up my words here. This is one of the reasons why I am heavily against the under 16 social media ban, because it crosses a certain boundary into our privacy. And what this really is, it's the backdoor for government overreach. It is the backdoor of Keir Starmer introducing digital IDs. Now, when we submit these digital IDs in to prove that we are of age, what Keir Starmer is going to do is that Keir Starmer will use that information, or a social media company. Whoever uses, whoever uses that information to store our data and stuff, they are, that information that will be stored, that will be used, that will be stored, and that could potentially be hacked by other people. But like future, like potential people that can hack our data basically. So really and truly, like, how this whole under 16 social media ban works, it doesn't just work by, banning under 16s. In order to know who is, under 16 or who is over 16, you know, all this, in order to know who is what age, you have to, like, you have to look at their, you have to force, people to submit their ID in, or some other form of, like, verification to prove that they are of age. You have to submit at least something. You can't, because in order to know who's who, that's how it's gonna have to work. That's one of the reasons why I am against this under 16 social media ban. And also, Keir Starmer does not care about kids under 16 being on social media. He even addressed this in his speech. On Monday. I don't know if you guys are aware, but he also made an announcement on Monday, 4 days ago. He made an announcement on Monday when a journalist asked him a question. Keir Starmer, what are you going to do if a 13-year-old or 14-year-old, finds a method to bypass the age verification? Keir Starmer said that he wouldn't mind. He does not mind if a 13-year-old were to, like, bypass the age verification to get into social media. Keir Starmer said that in his speech, in that specific Q&A. So that already tells you that Keir Starmer not only doesn't care about our privacy and our data, he also does not care about your kids. He also does not care about kids under 16 being on social media. He does not give a flying bullshit. If we are being honest and if we are being real, he does not care at all. What this is really about, it's about control, it's about surveillance, and this is about government overreach. This is what it is. And that's why I'm making this video. I am not confident, and I don't think this video is going to get much views at all, considering I only have about 75 subscribers. But this is what's going to happen starting from next year. And many people are opposed to this. Many people are heavily opposed to this under 16 social media ban. And honestly, I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, this won't help anyone at all. And if anything, this is already, cutting a third space, a digital space where kids under 16 can, be on social media, can be on, just, either watch a YouTube video or on TikTok, and then they're going to get that access taken away from them by the government, by Starmer, by Technology Secretary Liz Kendall. They're going to get that taken away. And, all for what? For control and surveillance. That's what it's really about. And obviously, in some ways, I think this is going to affect this is going to definitely affect a chunk of my audience. This will affect a chunk of my subscribers. This will affect a chunk of my audience, and not just my channel as well. This will affect not every single, but it will affect most YouTube channels. It will affect most Instagram channels. It will basically affect most social media influencers, or most people who run YouTube channels that are specifically designed for kids under 16. It will affect their channels. It will affect their it will affect their demographic that watch them. That's what it will affect as well. And it won't stop there as well. That's another thing as well. It won't stop there. It will carry on. This whole age verification thing, it will carry on. It will escalate into something else. In 5 years' time, we could be verifying ourselves to having to access a simple device, or to having to access a simple AI chatbot, or to having to access another new invention of technology that doesn't exist now but might exist in 5 years' time. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Yeah, in the future, if this doesn't, if this is not sorted out right now, that's what's going to happen. And the sad thing is that Keir Starmer does not care at all. What Keir Starmer wants is for all of us to submit our ID and our personal details and personal data in, just so he can gather that information, and he can gather that he can have that as a form of digital ID. That's what he wants. And you guys might be wondering, oh, I might use a VPN. Well, he is also going to restrict VPNs as well. Yep, I'm not kidding. He's going to restrict VPNs as well. And that already tells you he is quite heavily, he quite heavily wants this to be put in place for under 16s. He quite heavily wants this to be made as a law. That's what he really wants at the end of the day. He wants to restrict VPNs, and that's probably all you need to know about Starmer. And this is absolutely quite an overreach. And not just me, but many people like me share the same view. So, if you want to sign a petition of do not ban social media for under 16s, You can sign a petition on the UK Parliament. Just type on Google, "do not ban social media for under 16s." Sign there. It's already got over 200,000 signatures. And legally, Parliament has to take that up in court. Legally, it has to be debated in the House of Commons. So yeah, we can't let this man win. And big companies like YouTube, Meta, Snapchat, all these big social media companies are already fighting back at Keir Starmer for what he wants to do. And this is not going to make anyone happy. Anyone with half a brain genuinely knows you can't ban this stuff. You can't ban this stuff. It's simple knowledge. You can't ban this stuff. At the end of the day, you can't ban this stuff at all. You cannot ban this stuff at all. This is government overreach. This is just him micromanaging the everyday lives of everyone across the board, from ages like 6 to like elderly. And that's what it is. So, I've only made this video just to address these issues that are gonna start being enforced next year in spring. Well, if you've watched till the end of this video, I've hoped that this video has somewhat tried to inform you or educate you, in this, you know, major problem that we're facing, that we're gonna face next year. And yeah, if I do upload a YouTube short another time, or whenever I feel like it, I haven't been uploading enough, and I do realise that, but hopefully I will upload, when I feel like it's genuinely, like, authentically, like, when I do feel like it, I will upload. Okay? So till then, bye.